Piss off, Mozzies. Hello. I hope you can hear me all right. I've got my left earbud working earbud solution in place. As you can see, I'm laying in my hammock and I'm camped about 16 kilometers outside of Orbost. So I've done 30k today and it was a hard bloody slog, to be honest. The weather was just furiously cycling between light rain, moderate rain, heavy rain, hot shining sun, and it was all long and windy hills. So, sorry, sounds like I'm sooking, not intending to sook, it's all self-inflicted. And yeah, it's making me stronger, so I'm grateful even for the hardships. But yeah, so I've come 30k, I'm camped outside of Orbost. There may be a bit more weather through tonight, but resisting it pretty comfortably. And yeah, I think there's some big plan for Orbost tomorrow. I think I might be in a little bit of a parade. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I think maybe I got this sort of sense of a bit of a spectacle. So I've had some people from the town contact me. The wonderful gentleman Peter, who I met this morning. And just this afternoon, let me tell you about this lovely lady Julie and her aunt, Aunty Margaret. They drove out and met me at a rest stop not too far from here. They brought me a lasagna, homemade. It was so delicious. Oh my God, such kindness from these people, wonderful people. And yeah, they gave me hints that Orbost has some plans for Captain Australia, that there's been a lot of message board activity. So I'm quite excited to roll into town tomorrow and see what happens, and I'll make sure that I share it with you. But you know, the big walk, it's I guess it's about getting up and moving forward and finding ways to constructively move in the right direction. You know, it's just really that simple. It's a big bloody walk physically, Brisbane to Melbourne, but it's, you know, we all face hardships and we all have suffering in our lives. For some people, you know, the relativity is, you know, my suffering might seem little or amazingly horrible to you, but the vice versa might also apply. So, you know, there's no relativity to suffering, and I think that the big walk is about walking away from it, you know? It's about concretely and very mindfully putting your pain in the past. And I think I've succeeded in doing that. So for me, this walk started and ended with the belief in magic, the belief that a big walk could cure me. It could fix me up from my problems after stage 4 cancer. Shane says, "Night buddy, stay dry if you can." Yeah, I'm okay, I don't melt in the wet. My toes have turned a little bit purple today though. Look, inspecting them this afternoon, they looked a little bit alarming. But yeah, I'll take care of them. But yeah, the whole idea of every person having their own unique recipe for hope. Stephen says, "Hi buddy, it's Steve. Cancer beater like you. Phil's uncle. You're so much an inspiration for people to follow. Take care, mate, and get back to your family ASAP. Always thinking of you, buddy." Oh, good on you, Steve. You're a lovely bloke, as was Phil. Oh no, your voice is going loud and quiet again. Is it really? Bugger. Bugger. So can you hear me clearly? Or is it volume up, volume down? That sucks. Oh man. Just when you think you've got... I guess this is poverty. This is what a poor social media person looks like. Someone who just buys one microphone and doesn't have a backup or anything, and uses their dodgy phone. If you cannot hear me, I'm sorry. Does everybody have problem with the volume going up and down, up and down? I don't know. I'll keep rambling on anyway, I suppose. So yeah, the big walk, it's about moving away from darkness, overcoming things that you might think are not overcomable. In my case, crippling grief, existential crisis, you know, the whole mortality thing. Hope you're not too wet, says Nathan. All good, buddy. Yeah, all good. And for me, the magic was believing in hope that a big walk could cure me. And it has. It absolutely has. I've left grief on the beach. I've learned acceptance. I've learned to accept kindness. You know, we've met so many wonderful bloody people. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, this lady Julie drove out, and yeah, I will take care of my feet, Shane. Thank you. Uh, and yeah, it's just today rain, hills, striking sun, hills, more hills. Um, but yeah, this lovely lady Jodie drove out with her Aunty Margaret, and they brought me a lasagna, and they hinted about plans that Orbost has for me tomorrow, which I'm very excited. Can hear you better when it goes up. Try pressing your earbud. Oh, the left one is volume down and the right one is volume up. So I'll just do it on the case there. I hope you can hear me. You look very comfortable there. I am, Cindy. Thank you. So someone asked the question. Jamie said, what are you planning to do when your walk is finished? Well, here's the thing. I have completely mortgaged my future to do this, yeah? So when I wasn't bouncing back from cancer, I owned and operated a travel insurance company, but COVID put an end to that, or temporarily put it in an induced coma. But I was messed up by cancer and was looking to find a way back, and invented the big walk. And we were already living off the mortgage because of the COVID business murder thing. So we've been living on borrowed time for a couple of years, to be honest. And in executing the walk, this last few months away from the family, OMG, loud now. Oh, God. Well, better loud than quiet, I suppose. But yeah, this last few months, I'll get to Melbourne, finish the walk, and then I need to just figure out the next steps in my life. I think there's things that I get to take back with me from the walk, things that I've learned, things about kindness, about loving and trusting people, things about my own personal ethics, acceptance, strength. I think I'm stronger than I was in every way that strength matters, you know, except the rock hard abs. But that, I don't think that really matters. Have you made it to Orbost? I'm rolling into Orbost tomorrow, Matthew. So when I get back home, so when I get to Federation Square, I'm actively hoping for some media, because it's when we get on the telly that the charity makes the money. That's it, long and short. The walk is for us. The meeting people, that's you and me. That's us. All of these rambling stories and whatnot, dodgy photos, that's for us. Getting on the telly, that's for the charity. That's when all the dollars start rolling in. Not to say that if you've made a donation, it doesn't matter. Absolutely, your donation goes straight into pediatric cancer research. But when we get on the telly, in one night, there can be 10, 20 grand worth of donations. So I'm hoping as I roll into Melbourne, it'll be somehow televised, that some of the people who've covered it already will cover the end of it. And yeah, we'll make some money for the charity. And when that's done, I get to rock and roll home, hug my kids, kiss my wife. And I'll share that. I'll share that with you. If you've watched it this far, you deserve that sort of payoff moment, and I think I get to take all of the strengths that I've acquired, the things that I've learned, back into the next level of my life. What happens then, who knows. But whatever it is, even if there's more cancer, I think I'm just better and stronger and more equipped to face up to it. But I'll find a way to make some money, try and get the travel insurance business back up maybe. But I will make an effort into retelling the story of the walk. So all the videos and stuff, I'll pull them into one long sort of YouTube video and upload it for you if you're curious to watch it. I'll make a map showing precisely where I went with little postcards or something that shows stories that happened, people met and all of that. So if you wanted to revisit the walk once it's done, I'll make sure to pull that sort of stuff together. But yeah, for me, it's I'll be in my 50s, and 50s are the new 30s, yeah. So I want to be the best dad in the world, the best husband in the world. I want to be kind. I want to be sexy. My wife won't know me after that guy who was just laying on the couch unhappy all the time. I I want to infuse the lives of those people that I love with joy. I want to, I think I've learned how to accept myself and how to try and bring out what beauty is inside me. So I want to take that home and give it to them, you know, and then out in the world, make new friends. It's been years since I've made new friends. And then, since I started getting out into the world, it's happening all the time. And I mean, I think I've made some lifelong friends from when I started practicing for the walk, even before the actual walk. But, there's people who, when I'm going to retrace the walk, bring my kids, do it in a holiday in a year or two when we can when we're stabilized, and, there's all these people that I met along the way that I would love to see again. You don't have to prove a thing, Simon, says Richard. I don't think I'm trying to. I want to win your regard. I don't know, that might relate to a comment, or I might have said something that, I think I'm done with that too. The opinion that matters, like most, is your own. I think your opinions all matter though. Like if you tell me that I'm you know, I'm a pretentious fool or whatever, yeah, that'll sting a little bit, and I'll take it seriously and I'll reflect on it. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'm trying to prove it. Andy, Ferryman Andy. Lucky Mez didn't turn her back, eh? Oh, yeah. So I met Ferryman Andy and Mez on the road again the other day, and I think Ferryman Andy had a little, bromantic moment. I think he tried to kiss me, but his wife was watching. So Mez saved me from a, very awkward moment with Ferryman Andy. Who's Ferryman Andy, you ask? He's the guy, if you look at the Bateman's Bay, there was a video about people trying to pick up the pack. He's the dude who picked the pack up, put it on, and was like, oh my God, this weighs 50 kilos. That's Ferryman Andy. Sean says, 100%, brother. Lifelong friends, can't wait to catch up for beers again. You count me in, buddy, for sure. So anyway, sorry, getting dark. Oh, let's do this. Way! Ooh, spooky. We're going spelunking. Let's tone that down a little. How's that? That's all right. No, that's too... Hang on. I can remove this. Put it there. Is that less distracting? What about there? Oh, good. Now we can tell some ghost stories. Ooh. Hey, do I look like E.T. when I do that? E.T. Phone home. If you if you were born after 1990, you won't know what the fuck I just did. Sorry, I swore and I didn't mean to swear. Archer, if you're watching, sorry, mate. Sonia, that's one way to brighten the convo. Hee hee. Yeah, well, look at that. Oh, look at the ravages of weather and toil. Today was hard, bloody work, Sonia. Today, oh my God, all of the bloody hills. Rain, rain, hot, hot, rain, hot, hill. Another hill, more hills. Jeez. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Diane. I said the F-bomb. Didn't intend to. Yeah, anyway, shout out to all of the kids met along the way. So there's Archer, there's his brother Callum, there's another Callum from Ulladulla, Scout Coralie, the lovely Haley. Well, there's actually a couple of Haleys, Mason and Flynn. What other kids have I met along the way? Oh, there's, well, she's not a kid, but I met Sophie in Ulladulla. She's gorgeous. Um, oh, and there's this dude, oh, what's his name? Josh or Justin? Met near Maruya. See, I'm getting better with names. Why? Because I care. Sue says, geez, there might be a few people doing the march down the East Coast like you've done. Hope into a life is what you're sharing. Yeah, well, it's all about the recipe of hope. Yeah. And don't be sorry that today was tough, Sonia. Tough is good. Tough makes you better. And yeah, sorry, when I get to Melbourne, which is planned for the 19th, I'm going to stage that final 5K into Federation Square. So I'm going to be somewhere within that 5K circle around Federation Square. I'm going to pick a spot and I'll sort of stop there on the morning of the 19th. So anybody who wanted to meet up in Melbourne could meet at that location, as yet unchosen and undisclosed, but we could meet there and then we could walk that final 5K, or it might be 2K, because 5 still, that's an hour. But that final walk into Federation Square. You know, so if you wanted to come along, and if you wanted to put a towel around your neck and some undies on the outside, that would be lovely. Don't have to. Even if there's only one person, I won't feel like a loser. If I've got one person with the cape and undies, I'll feel like a winner. So we'll roll it into Federation Square. All the cameras watching, helicopters over the top. Captain Australia and his one friend made it to Federation Square. Woo! Yeah, but no, the media stuff and all the superhero look at me stuff, it really, I know, part of it's for me. I do find it intensely funny, the reactions I get. And I do think there's a statement to it. It's a way of saying, you know, that we can all aspire to be better. You know, we can all try and live up to values that you'd almost laugh off as comic book, you know, like honor and you know, doing the right thing always. But yeah, 19th of March. So a bit more than 2 weeks away. Yeah, just ever so slightly more than 2 weeks. So Saturday, 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, so part of it's for me, but for the most part, the superhero stuff's for the charity. It's for the whole spectacle of it. It's for getting on the telly. It's for, you know, being intriguing and hoping that that translates to donations to the charity. A look at me effect. Cape and Undies Day sounds like a public holiday, says Matthew. Well, you know, I reckon we should feel free to wear cape and undies just around to going down to Coles or whatever. You know, I've done it enough now. Well, not undies and no cape, really. But if you saw Captain Australia wandering through your Coles, would you bat an eyelid? A lot of people don't. You get sideways glances. One time doing practice walks, I had this like an over-the-shoulder camera thing that I was trying to make it work, and I never figured it out. And I haven't done it at all during the walk, so it was wasted time. But I set the phone up on my shoulder and I was doing like these practice recordings on the idea that, I don't know, maybe I'm streaming every minute of every hour of the whole walk. And in this practice walk through Brisbane, I set it up, picked the pack up, and as soon as I picked the pack up, the phone flipped around. So it was recording behind me. And I noticed something wonderful when I looked at the video later. So to my face, people were like trying to give me my dignity, you know, not stare like they do, like turn the eyes away, walk past. But as soon as they got past, they were like, what the crowd is that? And so you'd see people turning and double taking, outright big grins on their face and all the rest. It was wonderful, yeah. And it was all caught on because the camera was looking backwards. So I was oblivious to it because when I walk, I look forwards. I thought that was bloody lovely, that moment. Merrill says, hi, Captain Australia. Just tuned in. Hi from Mez. We made it home safely. Mez, I didn't know your name was Merrill. Merrill. I think Mez is a lot sexier. Mez is like mesmerizing, you know? Mez. You amaze me. You amaze me so much, Mez. Yep. I didn't know your name was Merrill. I still like it, though. Diddly dee, Mez and Andy, hello. It's a pleasure. I live in the hopes of meeting you again. And I will definitely pass through Bateman's Bay. And I'll bring my children to say hello to you. Yeah, anyway, Orbost tomorrow. And I reckon there's going to be some kind of a something. I don't know what. You know, it's like when I went to Browley, the college there. They had this row of kids all lined up and they were clapping and yay! That was awesome. The Mogo School, the Naruma School. I love those moments. They were spectacular. I think Orbost is going to have something interesting tomorrow as well. Anyway, I'll make sure to stream and share it with you. And since it's now pretty much fully dark, well, I think the bloody mozzies are getting in here. What's going on? I might need a bit of the old Bushmans. I will FaceTime my family. Is that some weather coming in? All right. Sorry. Sonia said they would be spectacular moments indeed. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but there have been a number of just surreal, you know, amazing little moments. Bloody mozzie. In the walk, like the crossing of the Manning River with the marine rescue people from Crowdy Harrington. Loved it. That was insane. They were all lined up along the pier, you know, Captain Australia on the boat. It was great. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm expecting something interesting at Orbost tomorrow, and I'll do my best to capture and share it. Anyway, for now, time to have a little snooze, after catching up with the people that I love most of all in the world. Love you too, just love them a little bit more. Um, that doesn't mean there's no hope for us. Let's spend more time together. Maybe, something can bloom into this family level love. But Lily Sue says, I thought about you and the floods in New South Wales. Glad you missed all this so you could continue. It would have sucked being caught in some sort of flood and not able to move forward. But, you know, I wouldn't be the only one. It's tragic, the property damage. I don't know if anyone in New South Wales has lost their lives, but I know there have been a couple of lives lost in Queensland. It's just terrible. Brody says, hi. Hey, mate. How you doing, Brody? Good on you. Sleep well and pass on the love to the family for sharing you with us. I will do. My day, Brody, was wonderful. Every day is wonderful. So the song says, every day above ground is a good day, my friend. And yeah, doing great. Feeling good. My toes are purple, but I think they're sort of pinkifying as we speak. Sean, good night. Sleep well. Thank you, mate. You too. The other Sean, good night, brother. Hope you get a good rest. That Sean is detailing up and down the New South Wales South Coast. So if you need car detailed, contact Sean McDonald. Ethical, wonderful person who's gone from darkness to light, much in the way that I have. Good on you, Sean. Andy Kroll, good night. Good night, Andy. All right, I will leave it there. I'm going to FaceTime my family and virtually smooch them. You want to know how that looks? It's like this. I love you. I love you so much. How attractive was that? All right. See you later.